Hello guys, this is Wise Nerd, and today on Nerds on a Quest I'm going to talk about Scott Pilgrim and how this movie, without taking any superpower seriously, manages to be one of the best movies that portrays an iconic comic book character while delivering a story well done. And I know that maybe in Kick-Ass we have a better parody about superhero movies, but actually the themes brought in Kick-Ass are different regarding the superhero movie genre. Beginning with the fact that Kick-Ass is about a real-life superhero and Scott Pilgrim is about reality and fiction coming together into one world, where people have powers. Now, when I'm talking about absurdity, it's not saying that Scott Pilgrim is a bad movie or that it was bad written. On the contrary, it is actually a great movie and one that I appreciate a lot because it takes pop culture and the geeky stuff to a whole new level. So basically, the absurdity here is how the fights and the powers of each character are defined by their lifestyles and actions. For example, Ramona's third evil ex-boyfriend Todd is portrayed by Brandon Ruth, basically Superman himself, and basically he has powers for being vegan, which turn him into a better person, literally. So here, the whole action sequence of this Super Saiyajin ripoff versus Scott is that superpowers actually don't matter. As we see in the battle, Scott plays the base to fight him because he knew that with Fist it was going to be harder to defeat that guy. Then he lost at the base battle, and his last chance to defeat him was by outsmart him into breaking his vegan diet. So basically, in the whole battle, power didn't matter, or strength. Basically, as the movie goes on, battles become unimportant, and the only thing that matters is the plot and the message that comes with it. For example, in the battle against Gideon, the conflict between the characters and Scott, inner conflict was more important than actually the cool sword fight, and it delivers what most geeks want in a superhero story. A good-hearted guy or girl with flaws that goes on a journey of self-discovery and growth to ultimately overcome his and the villain's evil. If we move from this concept that Scott Pilgrim brings to other movies that came after it, we see how the directors and writers neglected the character growth in some deep and meaningful way to only deliver cool-looking guys fighting against the cool-looking villains, because in some sort of way that will guarantee a blockbuster success, when ultimately it's not what fans want. For example, Transformers. Who wants a Transformers movie now? Because okay, it has lots of explosions and cool-looking guys and stuff, but it is a lame movie. The first, the second, and each of them. Ready Player One is another example that relates more to Scott Pilgrim, but even with all the pop culture references and explosions and the cool looking characters, we have an empty movie on its core, and its message that really is not transmitted as powerful as it should be is rent. And I think that Hollywood should put a stop to all those big blockbusters that are empty explosions with barely well-written justifications, because fans deserve stories such as Scott Pilgrim, which deliver a simpler story with a lot of heart and effort, and a movie that speaks to the fans. If you haven't watched Scott Pilgrim, go and check it out. It's an amazing story, and also I recommend you to buy the comic books by Brian Lee O'Malley. Believe me, they are worthy. Well guys, this is all for today. I hope that you may watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World after seeing this video. Thank you very much. Subscribe to become a legendary nerd here on Nerds on a Quest. Farewell, fellas.